But I'm right here right now with a very good friend of mine, and that is Gordon Soley. This man and I go back a long way, and I admire Gordon Soley in Continental Championship Wrestling, one of the hottest beds of professional wrestling today, and I hope you'll see me again, Gordon. Thank you.
Fair enough, Richard. Good luck to you. Dick Slater, ladies and gentlemen, an outstanding competitor. Nice to have him with us tonight. Continental Championship Wrestling is indeed the home of the stars, and we're getting set for our first match. Let's turn it over to our ring announcer, Mike Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first action-packed main event match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit. First of all, making their way to the ring, they are the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. They weigh in at a combined weight of 436 pounds. Here are the Nightmares, 1 and 2. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents for tonight's match also making their way toward ringside. First of all, weighing in at 222 pounds from Miami, Florida, would you welcome Brickhouse Brown? And his partner for tonight's match at 221 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, here's the popular Nick Patrick. One fall, 15-minute time limit.
Brown and Nick Patrick going up against the Nightmares. The Nightmares, of course, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, and they are a double tough combination. There's no question about it. The Nightmares give away some size anytime they step in the ring, but they are as clever and as adroit a pair of wrestlers as I have ever seen. Where some athletes suffer occasionally from accretion of the brain, these men do not. They are swift and sure at all times. Nick Patrick, the first one out against the Nightmares. One fall. Brings him off the head. Well, we've gotten literally tons of letters regarding the injuries sustained by Bob Armstrong, and Karen Chambers of Albertville, Alabama, sums it up rather well in her letter. She was shocked, as all we were, and we're hoping that Bob Armstrong does indeed have a speedy recovery. Meanwhile, it's the Nightmare with a side headlock on Brickhouse Brown. Brown in the purple trunks. Good leapfrog by the Nightmare, using his head. Brickhouse Brown, set, ready, full body slam. Brickhouse Brown, brother, you talk about somebody who is in shape. He is in shape. Collar and elbow, side headlock. Keeping that side headlock, the Nightmare would like to upend him if he can, or break that hold. Drives him into the ropes, fires him off. Good leapfrog by Brown, and good block by Brown on the body slam. Brown retaliates, counters nicely. Well, a tag is made. Let's see if they honor it. No. Complaining to the referee about the tactics. Side headlock by Brown. Now, the Nightmares do not have the tank-like build of... good somersault away, brings him up once again. Another full body slam. Good drop kick, and the Nightmare through the ropes. And the Nightmare coming up rather slowly. Nightmares back in the ring. Again, you know, you never know whether they switch or not. They're very clever about that. circles his man. We're direct from the Boutwell Auditorium in Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama, truly the gateway to the great Southwest. And the crowd picking up a rhythm here. The Nightmare fires in the midsection, fires again. Catches Brickhouse Brown, a series of right hands to the midsection. Reversal by Brown. Brown has him up again. Another full body slam. Brown catches him with a good drop kick coming off the rope. Brown catches him with another drop kick. And the Nightmare again is outside the ring. Nightmares complaining to the referee again about having their trunks pulled, but nothing could be further from the truth. One fall match here on Continental Championship Wrestling, sanctioned by the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, which is the oldest and largest sanctioning body of professional wrestling the world over. Any rebroadcast of this telecast without the express permission of Continental Championship Wrestling and the NWA is strictly prohibited. Series of forearms into the side of the rib cage of Brickhouse Brown. Brown fires him off. Went up for a drop kick, and the Nightmare hooked the rope.
5 minutes
Makes the
gone.
tag. The second
5
Nightmare
minutes
moves in.
gone.
Brickhouse Brown needs to, at this time, when the tide is turning slightly against him, needs to get over and tag up with Nick Patrick. And the crowd echoing those sentiments. Brown firing to the midsection. They rip across his eyes. They block him from tagging, catch him right at the belt line. Nick Patrick, a study in frustration. Was the tag made? Yes, the tag was made. Nick Patrick in there firing wild right hands. I've said it before about this young fella. He has all of the natural attributes of a great athlete. Good high backdrop by Nick Patrick. He is a rangy young fella. But he is bulking up very nicely. And he is developing a tremendously aggressive attitude. Outside cradle. Almost had him with that outside cradle. Patrick catches him back of the elbow. Moves in on his man once again. Notice how Patrick, if you want to Pierce 6 it, he's ready to go with you. He'll go with the best of them. There was an obvious switch. Good move by Patrick. Rolling reverse. He may have him here. 1, 2. Caught from behind. He's calling for it. He's calling for it. He had him by the trunks. He had him by the trunks, and they had definitely switched. So that's going to bear some investigation. That will bear some investigation. Now here's the word from our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 7 minutes and 14 seconds, the fall and the match go to the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, the Nightmares.
Well, let's take another look in slow motion, and we'll see exactly what I'm talking about, where he did switch partners and then caught him by the tights and got that illegal advantage. And unfortunately, the referee didn't see it. The count of 3 was told, and so the Nightmares emerged the victors. You know, usually at this segment in our program, we talk about the stars of the NWA and bring you a special feature. Well, of course, as all of you have noticed, I am sure, for the past couple of weeks, Johnny Rich, who had been missing for quite a while, had returned to wrestling action and then suddenly disappeared once again. Well, Johnny Rich was extremely seriously injured. In fact, he was critically injured. Now, certainly, as far as I'm concerned, Johnny Crash Rich, the cousin to Tommy Wildfire Rich, former world heavyweight champion, is certainly one of the rising stars of the NWA. I thought we might just relive a few moments in past time and bring you a segment called Where's Johnny? Let's take a look at Where's Johnny.
Hey, Tommy, you know we've asked everybody, where's Johnny? We got flowers with him. Maybe you want to give them to him, brother, huh? Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? We got flowers for him.
Of course, the cousin of Johnny Rich out of action. And Tommy Wildfire Rich outside the ring. Tommy Wildfire Rich outside the ring. Southeastern Tag Team Championship on the line. Tommy Wildfire Rich. And brother, he is strictly looking in. He is smashing those flowers and now smashing the face of the Nightmare. Tommy Wildfire Rich.
We got some flowers right here. We've been trying to find Johnny Rich, but nobody knows where's Johnny. So we're going to bring these to Tommy Boy right there in Florence. We're going to pass them out, and maybe, you know, maybe you people can gather them all up, and when he goes to the hospital, you can send them to him. You understand?
Rich has him to an inside cradle. Rich got the pinfall. Tommy Wildfire Rich got the pinfall. Tommy Rich got the pinfall on Nightmare number 2. Wait a minute, now he's got both Nightmares to fight. Both Nightmares in there, and Rich battling hard and strong against the two Nightmares. Rich facing a battle now. Both Nightmares after him. The Nightmare was pinned. Tommy Rich is the winner. And now the Nightmares wreaking their vengeance on Tommy Wildfire Rich. Off the ropes, they double team him. Rich is down and in trouble. Tommy Wildfire Rich in trouble. The referee calling for the bell. The referee calling for the bell. And now the Nightmare's really beginning to punish him. Wait a minute. Somebody just charged the ring. Who went? Wait a minute. That's Johnny Rich. That's Johnny Crash Rich. Johnny Crash Rich and Tommy Wildfire Rich. And brother, are they ripping the daylights out of the Nightmares? He's after the mask. Johnny Rich is after the mask of the Nightmare. He's trying to get that mask off. The Nightmare's slipping away. Gary Brown, our director, stay with the action. Stay with it. He's chasing him all the way out of the building. He's after that mask. Tommy Rich is right after him. And he got it. He got the mask. Tommy Wildfire Rich and Johnny Crash Rich. Boy, what a triumphant return to the squared circle these two have got going for them. And the thousands jamming the Boutwell Auditorium, welcoming Johnny Cash Rich back in action. Well, as I said, of course, earlier, Johnny Rich has been missing from the ranks for a few weeks. But it's my pleasure to have both Johnny and Tommy Wildfire Rich back tonight as my very special guests here on the stage. And let me bring them out at this time. We just saw the special on Where's Johnny? Well, Johnny is very definitely back with us, along with the Continental Heavyweight Champion Tommy Wildfire Rich. And Tommy, it looked for a while like maybe Johnny wasn't even going to be around.
Solely, there's just but one way to show it, and this is the only way.
Well,
this will tell it all. This will tell it all right here, Mr. Solely. This right here, this is what happened to me right here. I want everybody to take a good look at it, because this right here almost cost me my life. I come this close to dying, Mr. Solely, and I want all these people out here to know it, because I'm thankful I'm here. And I just want to say that I'm going to be wherever Continental Wrestling's at, and I'm going to be there ringside or wherever. You never know where I might be. And Nightmares, I'm going to be your worst nightmare, boys. I'm going to...
Well, let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen. Due to the nature of the injuries that Johnny Rich has sustained, due to the very critical nature of it, I really don't think we should go into detail about it at this time. It's a very delicate and a very legal subject. But, Tommy, I think you would join me in saying that, thank goodness he's back with us.
You know, Gordon, I thank the Lord every day. You know, for about 3 days, Johnny laid in the hospital. He's in intensive care, and it was touch and go. You know, he lost a lot of blood, and I really do. I thank the Lord that he's here, and especially back here in front of all the people in Birmingham. You know, it's hard to keep him down. You know, the doctor, you know, hey, he ain't got the doctor's permission to be out now. But, you know, he loves all these people here. And these people's what make Johnny tick. They're what makes me tick. And just like I said, I thank the Lord that Johnny's here today. And he's going to get it all back together. And he's going to be 110% full time.
Johnny, good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you, people.
Where's Johnny? He's back.
Thank you, Gordon.
Is the Continental Heavyweight Champion. And Tommy, obviously the Flame is very anxious to regain that title.
Somebody say something about the Flame crying the blues because he got beat at his own game. You know, you want a Continental title match, I am the people's champion, Flame, and I'll give you a match anytime you want it. But just don't cry when your stuff backfires on you, Jack.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we talk any further to the Continental Champion, Tommy Wildfire Rich, let's turn it over to Mike Jackson and the Flame in the ring.
You've heard Tommy Rich. Your thoughts on Tommy Wildfire's comments?
I'm a man that has my priorities in order, Tommy Rich. My priorities are to regain the Continental title that you stole from me like a low-down thief in the night. The second one is, Tommy Rich, I'm going to take care of you personally and put you out of wrestling. I don't care what type of match it is. Texas death match, loser leave town, any kind of match, you got guts enough to sign.
Back to you, Gordon.
All right, well, Tommy, I know one thing, of course. The NWA World Champion Ric Flair is on his way, and there's another title you want to get back.
Yes, sir, Gordon. That means keeping this Continental title. I want a shot at Flair. This is my stepping stone. So, Flame, any kind of match you want, you bring it on.
Thank you so very much, Tommy Wildfire Rich. Well, I see some other people have gone into the ring now. The Nightmares and Norvell Austin. Once again, let's go back to Mike Jackson.
I'd like to talk to Norvell.
Give me this mic. I know y'all people glad that the dog is back. I come here to wrestle any and everybody. I come to gain some titles. Now y'all give me some respect and sit down. And y'all pointing a certain finger. Hey, it's my time to talk, man.
Don't take up all the time, you know.
Well, I'm gonna give you some time. I want these people to know that the dog is back, and I'm glad to be back. And I'm gonna kick some booty and take some names.
Oh. That's about enough.
Wait a minute, I ain't through talking. I'm gonna give these people a piece of my mind. Like I said, I'm back in full color, baby.
Hey, we told you, boy, you don't snatch no microphone. There's more people out here besides you. We're the champions, baby.
Give me this mic, I ain't through talking.
Gary, our director, stay with it. Stay with the action. We got a wild and woolly one breaking out here. Norvell Austin and the Nightmares. And, brother, they have gone to Fifth City in a hurry. Hang with the action here. Right there. Salto into a... and it's Norvell Austin turning it around on him. He gets a pile driver. Please, let's stay with the action. Brother Norvell Austin, who wanted to have his say, and he is having his say now. And if you talk about action speaking louder than words, that's exactly what's going on here. Norvell Austin with stinging lefts and rights. One to the midsection. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We've got the ring filling up now. There's that looks like Bill Ash coming in there. And Norvell Austin dropped in the center of the ring. Bill Ash taking after him. Let's stay with the action here. Let's stay with it. Let's not cut away. Ash coming off the ropes and Austin in trouble. Norvell Austin Caught again by all three of them now. One man against three. And there's no way that any one person can stand up to three, that is for sure. The Nightmares have become exactly that to Norvell Austin at this point in time. And a series of stinging blows to Austin now drives him back to the canvas once again. Norvell Austin back to his feet, and the Nightmares again. More punishment. Well, with 3-on-1. 3-on-1, and that is indeed, those are bad odds. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Roy Lee Welch just charged in there. Roy Lee Welch just charged in there after it, and they've got Norvell Austin up. Double suplex. And we're going to have to get some kind of order restored here, but let's stay with the action. Norvell Austin taking a tremendous beating. Meanwhile, Ash and Roy Lee Welch battling it out outside the ring. And it's Norvell. Norvell Austin getting, and now we got Brickhouse Brown out there. Brickhouse Brown and Norvell Austin. And they are battling it out side by side against the Nightmares. And the Nightmares beginning to face the strength, the power of this combination. And so, Norvell Austin and Brickhouse Brown standing alone in the ring as the Nightmares decide that discretion is the better part of valor, and it's time to leave and perhaps come back another day. And here are two men. Well, let's see what happens. Do they or don't they? Well, there was some mutual respect here. And we may be seeing some wrestling history in the making here. These two men have never been close or friends at all, but they suddenly found themselves fighting a common foe. And, well, you can see both men very cautious of each other. Both of them recognize the tremendous power of the other one. And they do shake hands. Well, we may have seen a new bond forged here tonight at Boutwell Auditorium. Norvell Austin and Brickhouse Brown finding themselves fighting back-to-back against a common opponent. And certainly that was something to see indeed. And the Nightmares may have some nightmares in store for them in the very near future. We do have a U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship match upcoming. Let's turn it over now to our ring announcer, Mike Jackson, for this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled one fall, 15-minute time limit, and it is for the United States Junior title. First of all, making his way to ringside, your champion. He weighs in at a total weight of 225 pounds. He's from Paris, Arkansas, the doctor of the ring, Bill Ash. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, the #1 challenger, weighs in at 214 pounds. From the state of Oklahoma, here's Roy Lee Welch. Your third man in the ring is Nick Dukas.
Bill Ash not waiting for the bell to ring, not waiting for anything to happen. Suddenly takes off on Roy Lee Welch. Welch just barely got halfway through the ropes when Bill Ash was after him. And Ash now hurdles him through the center ropes and outside the ring. Ash, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, right after him, catches him with a powerful forearm, then catches him with one to the thoracic area of the back, smashes his head into those steel ring guards outside the ring. Good reversal by Roy Lee Welch as Ash is down. And watch Ash, because he may be up to something. Ash coming up very, very slowly. He went right into that steel ring post, and he has been staggered. Ash in trouble. Roy Welch right behind him. Roy catches him a hard right hand. Roy Welch catches him again. Left hand to the midsection, right hand to the side of the jaw. And our referee in there doing a fine job of officiating, but he's got his hands full. And the tempers flying the way they are in this particular match. Ash driven to the canvas once again. Roy Welch, as I've said before, a second-generation competitor, uncorks a hard right hand, and Ash's face has become a crimson mask. He has been lacerated, and lacerated severely in the head. It looks like that prefrontal area has been, when he caught that steel ring post, that opened him up. Right hand again by Roy Lee Welch. Roy Lee brought that in from the backyard. How Ash is staying on his feet, I don't know. That one took him right off his feet. Roy Lee in for the lateral press, hooks the far leg. He was on the ropes. Roy Lee Welch sets him for a vertical suplex, brings him up. Good high vertical suplex by Roy Lee Welch. And ladies and gentlemen, we may be seeing the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship changing. Got his shoulder off just barely. And again, Ash. Tremendous second effort on the part of Bill Ash. You got to give the man credit. But you've got to give any man credit who's willing to put his body on the line to step into that squared circle. Roy Lee Welch pounding away with hard right hands, repeatedly beating on Ash. Ash almost over that top rope. Roy Lee drags him back into the ring. Ash is all but out. How this man does it, I'll never know. What a fighting heart this champion has. Got to give the man credit. Ash caught him with the forearm coming off. Roy Lee right back. Caught him with a hard punch, one to the side of the jaw. Stinging lefts and a hard right hand. Ash powered him over that top rope. Ash powered him over the top rope. And that is an automatic disqualification. Roy Lee Welch is the winner, but it's via disqualification. Obviously a desperation move on the part of the Professor Bill Ash. Well, he was a step ahead. He was thinking that he's got his problems even trying to get out of the ring area. A badly battered, beaten man.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 4 minutes and 37 seconds by a disqualification, the fall and the match go to Roy Lee Welch. Under the rules of the National Wrestling Alliance, in case of a disqualification, the belt will remain with the champion. Still, the United States Junior Champion is Bill Ash.
Now let's take a look at slow motion. Once again, you'll see where Ash, in desperation, had Roy Lee up near those ropes, then forcibly ejected Roy Lee over the top rope, and that caused Ash to get disqualified. The title does not change hands on a disqualification. So Roy Lee gets the victory. He wins the battle, but not the war. Expo Hall on Friday night. Match time is 8:30. In a six-man stretcher match, Scott, Brad, and Steve Armstrong take on Ron and Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. In a Texas death match, it'll be Tommy Wildfire Rich against the Flame. Nick Patrick goes up against the exotic Adrien Street for the Southeastern title. In a special challenge match, it'll be Norvell Austin and Brickhouse Brown against the Nightmares. The U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion Bill Ash defends his title against Roy Lee Welch. That'll be Mobile Expo Hall Friday night, 8:30. Let's take a moment now to talk to the man who just barely held on to his title.
But the thing is, I still got it. I'm telling you, Welch, when you come after this belt, you make it personal. But when you shed my blood, it's more than personal, and I will make you pay.
Well, I'll tell you what, Let's turn it over to Mike Jackson in the ring with Roy Lee Welch.
Roy Lee, you did everything but win the title.
Ash, you're not going to make me pay anything. All you did was get disqualified to save that title, but it won't happen again.
Let me tell the people something right now. I've always respected the dog, and I'm going to tell you something right now. He always got the job done. It might not have been pretty, but we going to get together and show the Nightmares a thing or two. I'm going to tell you, I'm here to help you with whatever help you need.
Well, I thank you, brother. I thank you 100%. Now, me and him going to form a tag team, and we're going to form a rugged tag team. And Nightmares, we coming after y'all and what y'all got. Those belts, I guarantee you that.
Back to you, Gordon. Coming after you.
That's right. Well, come on, boys. Let me tell you something. Nobody butts in on us. No one steps on their toes and tries to get our time. Norvell Austin, you made a big mistake, boy. And now you got Outhouse Brown in trouble because we're going to kick both of his butts just like we had the Rat Patrol, the Riches, and everybody else.
Well, all right, there you have it, the comments from the Nightmares, and some big feuds are brewing right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion. Would you welcome the exotic one, Adrien Street, from the Royal Forest of Dean. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent weighs in at 223 pounds from Columbus, Georgia. Will you welcome Ted Oats? Oats.
Okay. And it is the exotic Adrien Street being dumped rather unceremoniously into the ring by Ted Oats, and Ted Oats wasting no time. The Southeastern Heavyweight Championship on the line, and Oats has got the champion in trouble. The exotic Adrien Street fires back. Now Street using those forearms very effectively. And so Oats, who started off moving extremely well, suddenly is finding out that, and now Oats is firing back at Street, has him rock and rolling again. The exotic Adrien Street, Ted Oats, catches him. And now it's Street right back into a side headlock. Catches Oats. It was impossible to see what happened. That could have been a thrust into the throat. And it's Street now. Hard right hand to the side of the head. Forearm, short, jolting forearm. And then a hard clubbing right hand. Oats brings him over to the turnbuckle. Oats pounding away. Catches him again and again. And again. Street misses with a roundhouse right. Oats brings him up an atomic knee drop. Oats, lateral press. Street fires away. Miss Linda at ringside saying something. Street catches him from behind. Oats breaks away from it. Again, the exotic one. Irish whip off the ropes. Again, Oats catches him rolling reverse. Adrien Street breaks it up. Boy, he is a wily competitor. Rather questionable, gentlemen, but nobody can... good counter by Oats. And a trip up. Got the 3 count. Got the 3 count. And it certainly appeared that Miss Linda was taking full advantage of that situation. And so the exotic one, Adrien Street, retains his title. Here's our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 3 minutes and 4 seconds, the fall and the match go to the exotic one, Adrien Street, and he's still the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion.
Let's take another look. You'll see we're talking about Linda becomes a thorn in everybody's side as she is constantly at ringside with the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, the exotic Adrien Street. Well, we're seeing what's happening, and so Street cops another victory, but a dubious one to say the least. Wrestling in Pensacola at City Auditorium Sunday night. Match time is 8:15. In a Southern street fight, Scott and Steve Armstrong face Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. In a Texas death match, it'll be Brad Armstrong against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. The Continental Championship, it'll be Tommy Wildfire Rich defending against Bill Ash. The Southeastern title, the exotic Adrien Street defends his title against Brickhouse Brown. The Southeastern Tag Team Champions, the Nightmares, defend against Nick Patrick and Roy Lee Welch. It'll be Ted Oats against the Flame. NWA Wrestling will be coming to Valparaiso, Florida in the Lewis Junior High School gym next Tuesday night. NWA Wrestling also every Friday night now in Mobile, Alabama, and tomorrow night in Pensacola at City Auditorium. A tremendous night of wrestling and, of course, a Southern street fight.
That's exactly right, my brother Steve and I have got Robert Fuller, the backstabber, and Jimmy Golden. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. If there's one thing our father stuck in our head, it was how to kick butts. And let me tell you something, Robert Fuller, when it comes down to it, brother, I hope it's me and you, because I want to take that marshmallow belly that'll be going in and out so hard you'll be sucking that air, and I want to jam my fist so far down your backstabbing throat you can't stand it, brother.
Texas death match.
Exactly right. This is 3 titles on the line this night in Pensacola. And one of them's a Texas death match. Ron Fuller, you long, tall drink of water. I'm going to tie your legs in knots and cut you down to size and have my way with it.
Now let's see what the Fullers and the Goldens have to say.
You gonna get it, Brad Armstrong. Texas death match, baby. I'm gonna put you out, and then the two punks against you two goo guys.
I don't believe their daddy told them what they was in for, but you in for a real bad time, sonny boy, in Pensacola street fight.
Yeah. You talk about me being out of shape and me being down. I could put on 50 pounds on my belly alone and take you and whoop your butt, son.
Southern street fight, Texas death match.
All right, tomorrow night in Pensacola, Municipal City Auditorium. Match time is 8:15. Don't forget, next Tuesday night, Valparaiso. Next Friday night, Mobile. I'll tell you what, gentlemen, I don't have you on my format at all to be out here for...
I know you don't have us on the format, Daddy, but we in everybody's hearts and minds all the time. Now, you see this stretcher right here, Gordon Soley? It's the same stretcher they haul Bob Armstrong out on.
Yeah.
And we got a challenge for his punk boys. We want to have a stretcher match, and the rules of a stretcher match is that a man is put on the stretcher, but if he can get off the stretcher and come back to the ring, the match will continue, but the match is not officially over until somebody lays on that stretcher and gets hauled like Bullet Bob did right out of the arena. And that's where we're going to haul one of them boys. I said a long time ago, I started out with Pork Chop Cash. I said, now, where's Pork Chop Cash? He's gone. Where's Lord Humongous? He's gone, right? Where's Bob Armstrong? He's gone. And I'm telling you people that next to go will be Scott, then Steve, then Brad, Daddy, and we cooking, right? We cooking, right?
We're cooking. The thing, the only problem is we're having to wrestle this junk, these baby boys here, but we're going to put them out real fast. No backstabbing, Gordon. We're going to do it face to face. They're going to ride this stretcher home, you know.
Just like Bob. Now, Gordon, we want a video. We got a special piece of videotape we want to have shown here. It's a great moment in all of our lives. The moment that we put Armstrong out, and I'm talking about Bullet Bob, the former great champion that he was. Roll that tape. Here you can see in the cage here. Oh, yeah, watch this. Watch this. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at this. I love this right here. Yeah, everybody thought Robert was going to hit me.
It's the greatest piece of film that's ever made. I want this thing to be shown every week that this is a fine piece of film here.
Well, it looks to me like a Judas and a Benedict Arnold all wrapped into
Leave that
one.
stuff off, Gordon. You see right there, the man on Bob Armstrong by himself, beating his brains out. I was screaming at him, look at you now, Armstrong, I said, and he wouldn't even get up. He wanted to cower it out, man.
Yeah, but you came in that ring as his partner.
Did I fool him?
And you and everybody else, right? Well, we got a lot more surprises. We want somebody to ride this stretcher, and I'm not talking about me, Robert, or Jimmy. Now, you gonna see at the end of this match, Bob Armstrong knows how to ride a stretcher, Daddy.
Look at me, get him.
Oh, there, look at us all get him, baby. Look at all of us get him. I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
it. Oh, well, we watch this all the time on our home VCR machine. We love it, man. It's a great moment in our lives.
Show it every week.
You can see how much we enjoying it here. We did a job on him. The wrestling world was a light. That's all I've heard since it happened. I've been all over the country. I couldn't be here last week because of what happened on this tape, because they couldn't get to me for what we did to Armstrong. They got to me for what I did to the referee. It makes no difference, Daddy, because we took care of business. And you can see him there. That's where his ribs are going, right there. Jimmy's taking care of them ribs. I'm taking care of his collarbone. Robert's messing up the knee. We did a good job on him. 20 or 30 stitches in the man's head. I don't care what you say, Gordon Solie. We have got to be the greatest combination in wrestling today.
You ever see anybody apply that hold like that?
3-on-1. 3-on-1.
That is exciting stuff there.
Yeah, exciting.
Nobody applies that hold.
Hey, whoa. Wait a minute.
That's the last time I want to see that film. I've seen him hurt like that too many times. I've seen that film too many times, Gordon Solie. It's hard enough to see him at home sitting around hurt in that chair, having to get up, walk on crutches and a cane. I don't want to see that film ever again. Y'all want a stretcher match, brother? You got one.
Oh-ho. All right, well, all I can say is I had no idea they were coming out here, and I certainly had no idea they were going to be showing that bit of betrayal once again.
Like I said, y'all challenge us to a stretcher match. You got one, brother, the Armstrongs. So I tell you what, somebody's going to be hurt in a stretcher match, and the Armstrongs ain't going to be the last ones.
All right, you've heard it from the Armstrongs, and they have answered that challenge, and I really can't say I blame them in the least. I had no idea that they were going to, that the Fullers were going to spring that situation on us. Well, let's go to our next match and our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a six-man tag, one fall, 15-minute time limit. First of all, weighing in at 310 pounds, The Flame. His partner at 264 pounds from Douglasville, Georgia, Mike Thorne. And his partner at 208 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Mark Cooper. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing their opponents, making their way to ringside at a combined weight of 658 pounds, from Marietta, Georgia, the Battling Armstrongs, Scott, Steve, and Brad.
As they go after this trio, and the Flame goes down, the Armstrongs are riding hot and heavy right now. Scott, Steve, and Brad Armstrong, the Battling Armstrongs. And, brother, they are letting them know in a hurry what it's all about and in no uncertain terms. A six-man tag that's turned into a six-man tornado team match. All six of them in the ring, and wait a minute. The Flame just ignored him and walked away. The Armstrongs have completely destroyed this team, and look at this teamwork. Ooh. They got the pinfall. They got the pinfall. It is all over for Cooper, Thorne, and the Flame, but the Flame just flat walked out on him. For the official word, now let's turn to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 2 minutes and 4 seconds, the fall and the match go to the Armstrongs.
Well, we'll look at that in slow motion once again, and you can see the kind of teamwork these Armstrong brothers are capable of. Look at the two of them as they stretch this man out. He is prone on the canvas. The third Armstrong comes hurtling off the ropes, and man, it is all over. The Armstrongs, the Battling Armstrongs, are the victors in no uncertain terms. NWA Wrestling in Mobile at Expo Hall on Friday night. Match time is 8:30. In a 6-man stretcher match, Scott, Brad, and Steve Armstrong take on Ron and Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. In a Texas death match, it'll be Tommy Wildfire Rich against the Flame. Nick Patrick goes up against the exotic Adrien Street for the Southeastern title. In a special challenge match, it'll be Norvell Austin and Brickhouse Brown against the Nightmares. The U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion Bill Ash defends his title against Roy Lee Welch. That'll be Mobile Expo Hall Friday night, 8:30. Well, the Fullers, Ronald and Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden, have joined me here on the stage, but before I even talk to them, I want to hear what the Armstrong brothers have to say. Let's go to the ring.
Brad, there's some issues that are going to be settled, am I right?
You hit the nail on the head, Jackson. There are some issues that need to be settled. There are some debts that need to be paid, and we're collecting, Fullers and Golden. You hear us talking, son? We are collecting. You challenge us to a stretcher match. Well, like I said, somebody's going to get hurt, and these three ain't going to be the last ones.
Back to Gordon Soley.
Well, they've certainly accepted any challenge you have.
Hey, I don't care, man. Like I said before, your daddy knows how to ride a stretcher, and I'm guaranteeing that one of you boys will be the next one to ride this stretcher, because we gonna run you out of professional wrestling. We run your daddy out, and we gonna run you out, daddy. If I say I'm gonna get it done, I got my brother, I got my cousin. You know how big and how bad they are. You know how big and how bad I am. We're looking forward to it. You guys are dumb enough to sign for it. It's going to be a stretcher match, and we're guaranteeing you boys are going to be stretchered out. You can mark our words.
Boy, we need a triple stretcher. We need a triple stretcher. We need one you can all ride, because you all going to take
Thank
the ride,
you
boys.
very, very much. Brother, this has been one fast hour of Continental Championship Wrestling. Next week, we will be seeing Norvell Austin and Brickhouse Brown as a tag team tandem. We'll be watching the unpredictable Dick Slater. We'll be seeing Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. And we'll be seeing our monthly slow-mo Continental Championship Wrestling in slow-mo. All of that and much, much more upcoming next week here on Continental Championship Wrestling. Until then, Gordon Soley saying so long from deep in the heart of Dixie.